When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Okay, so Kylie, not a real name, says my husband and our next door neighbor have been fighting since the day we moved in, so we finally decided to put up a wood privacy fence and not have to deal with the jerk.
Oh, okay.
Before we even finished putting in the fence posts, he drags the township into it, claiming it's on his side of the property line.
Whoops.
We had to pay a surveyor to prove him wrong, which really set my husband off. So to get revenge, he plans to paint the backside of the fencing, the side facing our neighbor, a hideous bright orange so it'll clash with the guy's red house.
Okay.
Now, I laughed, thinking that he was joking. But nope, he bought the paint.
Oh.
I know our neighbor's a jerk, but I have a feeling this is only going to cause even more trouble. Would love to hear advice on where we go from here. Thanks.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if we do the orange paint.
I mean, how bad could orange paint be?
Pretty ugly. I wouldn't want to look at an orange fence.
I mean, I'm thinking, the fence, if it's a wood privacy fence, it's a tan color anyways.
That's a lot of orange.
Yeah.
That's a lot of orange, bright orange.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe time will help. And so if somehow, Kylie, you can get your husband to just, hey, before you do something, think before you ink. Kind of like a tattoo.
Exactly.
Just sit on it a minute because the fence will be there for a while. You don't necessarily have to do it immediately. You can just kind of think about it for a second.
Well, and then do you think that it takes a while to paint a fence? Do you think the neighbor's not going to notice what color you're doing and come out and confront you?
Hey, buddy, what you doing? What you doing?
Don't think he's going to have that tone.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know.
Want some iced tea to go with your orange paint?
Don't think he's going to be offering some tea.
Maybe the guy
probably not even going to offer to help.
You know what? It could backfire. Maybe the guy loves orange. Maybe it's his favorite color.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Maybe
you
it's
go to
his favorite
Facebook
color.
And there's a lot of people chiming in. No, just no. Move now before it's too late.
So, see, I hate it when people say move. It's a little harder to just move.
Exactly. Jessica says, you need to watch the show Fear Thy Neighbor. Don't escalate this. You never know what kind of psychopath you live next to until you push it a little too far.
Okay. All right. What think about, Kelly, have you or your husband ever experienced that? Because your husband's a realtor.
Yeah, no. We've had
have they ever
wonderful
run
neighbors.
into any sort of issues like that?
No. And my friend Leslie said, kills property value with an orange fence too. Think about that.
Kills
Who's
property.
going to, if you do move and you end up selling that, who is going to want a hideous bright orange fence?
No, you're just pointing it outward, not to
Doesn't
you.
Doesn't matter.
All right, 502-795-1997 is our number. Love to hear your stories about maybe some neighbor retaliation.
Are
if you got
on
a
Team
story
Orange
about
Fence?
that.
You almost sound like you're on Team Orange Fence.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. Because I've got the devil on my shoulder that's like, yes, say orange fence. It'll be better for the radio.
Okay.
And then the
you
angel
got the little devil and the angel. I got it. I got it. Just poke the bear. It's good for the radio.
Yeah, it's good for radio and ratings. All right. Paint the fence orange or not? That is the question. Kylie's husband is considering it because their neighbor is a jerk, so he wants to get back at him and just paint this privacy fence they just put up. She's like, careful, because we don't know what this guy could do.
She's just afraid it's going to make it way worse. It's already been bad. They've been feuding since they moved in. Tabitha said, I would totally do it, but it's not worth it. He just needs to be the bigger person in the situation. He'll only cause more problems and issues for you guys. Eric says, this is awesome. Shannon says, do it. It's not hurting nothing. It's your fence. Happy painting. Bridget says, there are so many people under so much stress over how our world is right now. You don't know how he's going to react, so be careful. Yeah, Susan says, take the higher ground. It's an opportunity for your husband to be the adult in the relationship and end the feud. Does he really think the neighbor's going to let that go? Or he can keep going and make a Jerry Springer story for the rest of us to watch.
Other crazy neighbor stories. Amber said, I have a 12-foot skeleton that I keep up 6 months out of the year because my stupid neighbor got mad. I put them up in August last year.
Kept it up for 6 months.
I wonder, Amber, I wonder if you live in my neighborhood. There is someone a few blocks over that has one of those 12-foot skeletons that I think were maybe all the rage at Home Depot or Costco or something like that a few years ago.
Yes.
And it's up. It's been up in their front yard for a long time, and then they moved it to their backyard. But it's still visible from the street.
Still there.
Yeah, it's still
Just
visible.
Never took it down.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Oh, wow. Kim says, my husband wanted to do the exact same thing to our jerk neighbor years ago, but talked him out of it. Looking forward to seeing if yours goes through with it, though. Glad I'm not the only one married to somebody like this.
Jamie said, #Team Orange Fence. Once rented a dumpster to clean up around the house. As we were loading it, we noticed our neighbors had been just going ahead and throwing things in there themselves. I promptly collected the items and threw them on the lawn.
Oh! That's a statement.
Entitled neighbors are the worst. I'll always be Team Orange Fence with people like that. You can always paint it again before you try to move.
Wow. Tony from St. Matthew said, I put lights on the fence so the neighbor can see it at night. LOL.
Oh, shoot.
Wow. That is much.
Your levels of petty are just absolutely unhinged.
Well, Joy says, in all honesty, I have no advice because I would be as petty as he is. I'm just going to sit back and wait for the update. LOL.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, paint the fence and tell us how that goes.
Did you see Michaela's comment?
Mm-mm.
Go white and then do it a glow-in-the-dark paint and overlay the faces and overlay that faces the neighbor's house.
Oh, wow.
So do glow-in-the-dark paint so then when it gets dark, it's glowing.
See, listen, that's just so aggressive.
That is.
And listen, it's a lot of effort to paint a fence. And then what if they, get some sort of lawsuit, or I don't know if they get and then make you paint it again. I don't know. This just seems like it's out of control. As much as all the petty people yes, paint it, tell us how it goes, and we want to get snacks to watch. Realistically, just put the fence up. That's going to accomplish what you want it to accomplish.
Yeah,
you don't have to take it to the next level as a big middle finger to your neighbor.
See, Kelly, I don't know if you being the reasonable, level-headed one in this situation is the right thing.
Oh, we don't need reasonable and level-headed in this situation? Okay.
All right. Well, do what you want to do. There's plenty of people who say both. All
yes. Right? You can mine through all the comments on Facebook at Ben and Kelly Show and make the decision. But I don't know. I'm hoping that once your husband pipes down a bit, just get the fence up, make it look nice.
One more story about a crazy neighbor.
Okay.
From Darcy. Says, my old neighbor made me question my old sanity. I would hear him drilling holes all hours of the day, every night for almost 2 years. And so one day I just confronted him and I was like, hey, what's going on here? He denied drilling, asked what's wrong with us, even suggested therapy, maybe even a little psychological help. He was nice, well-spoken guy.
Wow.
After a couple years, though, he moved out. And come to find out, he had done substantial damage to his place by drilling all walls, floors, and ceilings full of small holes.
Why was he doing that?
Oh, my gosh.
That's so bizarre. Did they check for bodies?
Right?
I mean,
holy cow. All right.
Wow.
Well, hey, thank you for the stories. Those are good. And keep us posted. We will wait anxiously for your update. All right, Kylie?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's 99.7 DJX.